morning, Lancers!
Hope you're all staying warm on this very cold morning.
We're still in the month of February, which means we are still celebrating Black History Month.
So here's a quote by American abolitionist and political activist Harriet Tubman, who said, "Every great dream begins with the dreamer. Always remember you have within you the strength, the patience, and the passion to reach for the stars to change the world."
Now on to announcements.
Do you have a special talent that you'd like to show off at the 8th annual Almost Got Talent show?
If so, please pick up an audition packet in the school office for further details and sign up for an audition time to be held after school on Wednesday, February 27th in the PAB.
For any questions, please see Mrs. Escobar or any other member of the Chamber Singers.
Let's see how some of our peers are preparing for our annual talent showcase.
Bishop Amat High School will hold the annual Amat Got Talent again. The auditions will be held next Wednesday. Students in Amat also made a lot of preparations for this year's Amat Got Talent.
We're performing 2 Beatles songs, Twist and Shout, and I Want to Hold Your Hand. I want to perform for the group because it's fun, it's a new experience, and I'm hoping to win the talent show this year with my band.
Well, we're practicing twice a week, Wednesday and Friday in the PAB. Mr. Polito is allowing us to take some of his time and practice. Well, they're really fun to play, and everyone knows them, so.
Mrs. Escobar, who is the host of Amat Got Talent, have great expectations for this year's students and the performances they will bring.
Well, I'm hoping that we'll get a lot more variety in the people who turn out for the auditions. In previous years we've had mostly singers, but I'm hoping that this year we'll get actors, dancers, people who do acrobatics, comedians, rappers, people who write poetry, etc. So I really am hoping for a more well-rounded audition this year.
Good luck.
Good luck out there and have fun.
This is Piper Zhang reporting from the Lens.
Pictures from the father-daughter dance are in. Come by the ASB office to pick up yours today.
Speaking of dance, pre-sale tickets for the Mother-Son Dance Masquerade on Saturday, March 30th will be available in the ASB office at lunch this Thursday, February 28th and Friday, March 1st for $35 per person.
Regular price tickets will be available from March 2nd to March 21st for $40 per person on the Bishop Amat website.
Let's tune in with Matthew Acosta with the updates on all things sports.
What's up, Lancers? Let me get you all caught up on this week in sports. Let's get started on the field where softball had a game against Sonora but lost 7-2 on Tuesday. Their next game will be on Saturday against Sultana. Now onto the courts where boys volleyball also lost their game against Los Altos on Wednesday. They had another game last night against La Cañada, so make sure to check out the Lance.org for those results. Now to the pools where swim had their meet last night against Whittier, so make sure to check out the Lance.org for those results as well. Now onto the track where our track team will be competing tomorrow right here at Keeper Stadium, so make sure to come out and support our team. And back to the courts where our boys tennis team will look to continue their strong start to the season when they have a match against Pomona. And now we go back to the field where our baseball team lost their game on Tuesday against Canyon 3-2. They also had a game against Santiago last night, so make sure to check out the Lance.org for those results. But before we end, Gabriel Angulo went out and got us the insight on the baseball team and how they're looking to start their upcoming season.
The boys varsity baseball team opens their season with a 2-2 record. Senior pitcher Blake Archuleta speaks on what he expects this season, along with Jake Vargas and Gus Gutierrez. All right, Jake, who do you think is your biggest rival this year?
We believe it's Sarah. Coming into the season, they got a couple of transfers and their ranking was pretty up. So we feel like we got to get them and we'll be good throughout the season.
You guys have a lot of returners from last year. How do you think it's going to benefit you in the long run?
I think the experience is going to benefit the team with the younger guys being in our middle infield, and I think it's just going to make us a better overall team.
I feel like we got a really good team this year. We got a young squad. We got good coaches, and we just need to play every game like it's our last, and we'll be all right.
I think we're going to go deep in the playoffs and win 2 more games than last year and win CIA.
This is Gabe Angulo reporting for the Lance.
And lastly, Pep Squad is competing at the annual USA Nationals this Friday through Sunday at the Anaheim Convention Center. Competition cheer competes Friday at 5 p.m. with Nationals taking place Saturday afternoon. Competition song competes Saturday at 12:20 with the finals taking place Sunday morning. The entire Pep Squad will be competing Almont will shine under the fight song division at 7 p.m. on Saturday. Please keep the teams in your prayers for a safe and successful competition competition weekend. You can also follow the progress on the Pep Squad Instagram at Almont Pep Squad. That's all for this week, Lancers, but make sure to keep up to date on all Almont sports all the time. Now back to you guys.
Thanks, Matthew, and good luck to all of our sports teams this season. Now, on to Christian service.
Lancers going to today's adopted grandparent, especially robotics students going for the first time, meet in room 104 immediately after school to check in.
Sophomores going on Caritas, you need to turn in both your permission forms to your theology teacher as soon as possible, and please make sure all required are filled out.
On Saturday, March 16th, Almont will be having its annual Footprints Walk from 8:30 to 11:30 a.m. So come on by and participate to earn some service hours and help raise some money to help homeless families with children.
As many of you may know, we've got a ton of different clubs on campus, and one of those happens to be the book club. Let's take a look and see what they're all about.
This week we visited the book club to gain a more in-depth view on their activities for the semester.
We're not just reading, we go on trips, we do fun activities, we do a lot of connections, and we think outside the box with what we're doing about the book, and we make it more than just a boring book club, we're more than that, so that's good.
The reason I wanted to start this book club is because I wanted these kids who are interested in reading to become lifelong learners and lifelong readers, and so we try to pick interesting books so I can tie it in with some kind of field trip. So the first one we read was The Hate You Give, so we ended up going to the theaters to go see the movie when it came out. The second book was Ready Player One, and we have a virtual room field trip scheduled. We just have to kind of find a date. And the next one we're reading is called The Book Thief, and hopefully the tie-in with that will be the Museum of Tolerance in Hollywood. So it's just to get the kids enthusiastic about books and how it can touch their lives and bring reality to them as well.
The club has helped me in many ways. First of all, I usually don't really have the time to read, but this club has really pushed me to find the time to read and actually find different genres of books that I've never read before. My favorite book from the club was probably Ready Player One, only because my favorite genres science fiction and adventure and action, and enjoy it. It's nothing like the movie.
This is Litzy and Mia reporting for the Lance.
That's a wrap for this week, Lancers.
Catch you next week.
And have an awesome Friday.